He is placing him there now as the minister of FCT, so that if there will be a rerun, Nyesom Wike will as well deliver his votes there in FCT. After the inauguration of the ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, now those ministers assumed office. One of the ministers who tried to pass a message of what he has as a vision in his office, which is the former governor of Rivers State and then the current minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, who said that he is passing this information to the residents of FCT, that for those who are in charge of parking of refugees, and now he is seeing so many refugees in FCT, he is coming to have another way of seeing those refugees being parked away from FCT. Another is for those who have erected structures on green areas, that the government of Nyesom Wike will surely see that those structures you have erected on green areas will surely go down. And now Nyesom Wike is saying that if you do not love green, that means you do not love yourself. Call on us for your birthday shout out of your children, that of your husband, that of your wife. You can as well tell us to publicize any celebration of your choice. You can as well tell us to advertise your product for you so that it can get to the public. You can chat us up through 08067841298. Nyesom Wike is saying that if government has offered a C of O to you, showing that you have a property in FCT, but you still left those places undeveloped, that his government will surely revoke those properties from you. That shows that there are some persons, according to him, that will buy a land at the rate of 200,000, and now they are waiting for the time by which that land or those lands will appreciate, in order that they might sell it at the rate of 2 billion, 5 billion, and the rest. So Nyesom Wike is saying that if you have not developed your land, he will surely reclaim it from you. Nyesom Wike is saying that if you have a property in FCT, you are expected to be paying your ground rent, that you should not be waiting for him to write to you or to remind you to pay your ground rent. Nyesom Wike, as the minister of FCT, is saying that there are some persons who have taken the places meant for banks, and now they have erected restaurants and bars on those lands, that his government will surely see to the pulling down of those structures. These are the information coming from the minister of FCT in the person of Nyesom Wike. Now you know that during the election of 2023, you know how this past governor of Rivers State worked in Rivers State in order that he will surely see Tinubu being there as the president of Nigeria. So if you are residing in FCT, I plead with you to do what is expected of you, so that you may not lose any of your properties in FCT, according to Nyesom Wike. And then you know that there is a target, there is an aim, there is a goal with which Nyesom Wike was placed as the minister of FCT. I'm just bringing this information to you now. You know that there at the tribunal, that all eyes are now on the judiciary. This is a common slang now. And now, these eyes that are on the judiciary is dependent on what Atiku and then Mr. Peter Obi, as the presidential candidate of Labour Party, are trying to envisage, in the sense that these two persons are seeing it that even if the judiciary will resort to having a rerun or re-election towards the outcome of this 2023 presidential election, and now what they are seeing there is that if there will be a re-election or a rerun of the election of this 2023, and now Tinubu also is saying that even if there will be a rerun of the election, it will be between Tinubu and then Atiku as the second person in position, according to the chairman of INEC. Now, that is why Tinubu has placed this Nyesom Wike, who delivered during his time there in Rivers State. So he is placing him there now as the minister of FCT, so that if there will be a rerun, Nyesom Wike will as well deliver his votes there in FCT. You know, one of the criteria according to the Electoral Act of 2008 says that before you will be declared the president of Nigeria, that you will surely, or you must surely get 25% of your votes from FCT. And you know that currently, as Tinubu is there now, being announced as the president-elect of Nigeria, that he failed to get this 25% votes from FCT. So that is one of the things that Mr. Peter Obi presented as one of his evidences there at the tribunal. So Tinubu now has used this opportunity to place Nyesom Wike there as the minister of FCT, so that when it is time for this rerun or re-election, then Nyesom Wike will as well deliver votes for him there in FCT, just as he did during his time as governor of Rivers State. So I'm bringing this information to you now, so that whatever you are doing as a resident or residents of FCT, you will surely make use of your